Money Shot Monday. Today we're talking about equipment. Okay, so I've been kind of talking about my new equipment lately, but I haven't really did a video on my equipment. So today, that's what this video is about. I hope everybody had a happy new year. I've been kind of busy doing a lot of traveling and visiting family, but now I'm back trying to be more consistent once again with Money Shot Monday. So a few months ago, I was talking about going back to Nikon. I originally started as a Nikon shooter, then I switched over to Canon for a while, and now I'm back to Nikon. I was considering going with the Nikon Z8, but honestly, after looking at it and I rented one, it was a little bit too much camera for what I needed. And for the price of the Z8, I was able to get two Nikon cameras, and I've always wanted a setup where I can have one camera for photography and another camera for my video that just stays on my gimbal. So let's start with the camera I got for my photography. Okay, and that camera is the Nikon Z6 III. All right, I'm not gonna get all into the specs because this camera has been out for a long time, but it is a workhorse. I can use this. It's a very good hybrid camera for video. So yes, I do have my camera that is specifically for video that's set up on my gimbal. But if I just needed to go into a shoot and I needed to catch little clips of video here and there, well, I don't need a gimbal, I didn't want to take out my gimbal and everything else, I can just take my Z6 III and it'll do everything I needed to do. Amazing camera for photos, amazing camera for videos. I will put probably some of the specs up here. Not a huge spec person because I just like to go out and be in the real world and see how this thing functions, how it works, and if it does what I need it to do. So as you can see, I have my lens on here, the 24 to 70 S2 version 2, right? This is the newest one that just came out. They have a version 1, obviously. The biggest thing about the version 2 is its internal zoom. So when I zoom in from 24 to 70, it does not have any moving parts externally. Everything is done internally, which is really cool. I love this because even if I want to put this on my gimbal with my camera that I have for video, because it has an internal zoom, I don't have to rebalance my gimbal because everything is moving internally. So the weight shift never happens. So that is chef's kiss. Love it. And for everybody that doesn't remember, what I had before my Nikon Z3 is I had the Canon R6, the first version of it. It was okay. I mean, it did everything I needed it to do. For some reason, I didn't care for the low light of it. I thought it got very noisy very quickly in low light, and I didn't also like the video for it. That's just my opinion. Fight me, I don't care. But I have really enjoyed my switch back to Nikon. Auto system, I remember I had the first Z6, and I did not like the autofocus system. It was Nikon's first attempt as being mirrorless, and I think they were trying to figure it out. At that point, Sony was king and Canon was right behind that. But man, this autofocus system on my Z6 III is amazing. So they have definitely improved their autofocus system and the technology that they're putting in their cameras, the sensors, the color science, everything is amazing. No complaints so far. And just accessories, I always have to get the vertical grip. This was one of the main things that I hated about the first version of the Z6. They didn't have a functional vertical grip for it, right? I shoot a lot of portraits, so I'm always shooting like this. I hate when my ergonomics are all screwed up and I have to shoot like this. So I like to have all of my shutter buttons and everything right here. So when I shoot portrait from portrait to landscape, it's an easy transition. I know it might not mean something to certain people, but I shoot a lot of portrait style stuff. So this was key for me. Had to get the battery grip. Thank you. All right, so speaking of video, if you didn't know, I went from the RS3 Mini because I didn't really know how involved I was going to get in video. I didn't know where I was going to go. So I was like, hey, let me just get a gimbal, something that's inexpensive. I'm not that financially involved right now in video, but let's just try it out. And I liked the video. I like to construct it. I found a new love for it. So I upgraded the gimbal and now I have the RS4. I went with the RS4 because it holds more weight. And when I was getting the 24-70, even on my Canon, I had a 24-70 and it would not balance very well. It wouldn't really balance at all on the RS3 Mini. So I went and upgraded to the RS4. I didn't get the Pro. I don't need all the carbon fiber and all that stuff because I'm still not a primary video guy. But I do like this. It has an easier balancing system, has an easier system to go from landscape to portrait to do anything I need for social media, Instagram, all that stuff. I like the auto locking system. It's easy to transport. I just turn it off. It just configures into this geometry, I guess you can say, or whatever you want to call it. And it is all locked up. I can just go with it and yeah. Okay, another one of the upgrades I did was I kind of changed up my lighting a little bit. You know, I'm normally a natural light shooter, but my photography style and some of the things I'm shooting is also changing. So I had to change up my lighting style because I don't shoot outside in Hawaii anymore at the beach where I can just shoot with sun. So a lot of my shoots now are in pier spaces, they're inside. I'm switching my clientele and my target audience to more business professionals and headshots and stuff. So I need more artificial light. Yeah. So with that, I still have my strobe that I use. I have an old Godox strobe, 600 watt, and that's my workhorse. But I upgraded to just some constant lights. This is a newer constant light. I will put all of the details up here because I don't remember. I think it's the 80 something 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 HB 80 something something something, right? But anyway, I have one up here that is lighting me, so I have two of these now. And I like this just because it's a constant light. I don't have to guess at my light and what my light's gonna look like. This thing has full RGB. So, I mean, it is amazing for what I need to do. It's probably blind in the camera right now. But for what I need to do, this is amazing. It's compact. I'm always shooting on the go. You guys know that. So this thing is super, super bright and it does everything that I need. So I have two of these. I can set these up on some light stands. I have constant light and I can just go shoot because that's what I came for. That's what I love to do anyway. I just want to shoot. So these make that very, very convenient. They have Bowens mounts on here. So all of my previous modifiers that I have will fit on these. Yeah, so it was a win-win getting this. Check the links below. Okay, so I think in my previous videos, I already showed you my ZR, my Nikon ZR, tongue twister. And it's a merging of Nikon and Red, and they have come together as one company, and it has all the built-in technology, the color spaces, and everything else from Red. I will say this, man, those Red files are huge. Like, I probably won't be shooting in Red that often. I have tried it out a few times. I mean, but they take up so much space. I think I have like a 512 gigabyte card in here and I might be able to shoot 20 minutes of Red footage on there. I mean, it is filling up quick. And on my computer, it takes up a lot of space. So I probably won't be shooting in Red that much, but it is good to have that capability to be able to shoot in that kind of in-RAW. It also has the Nikon in-RAW in there, and a few other Kodaks that I can shoot in that are more compressed, still look really, really good, and it fits all my needs, right? So autofocus, everything in this camera is grade A. The only thing I will say I don't like about this camera that they did for some reason from all the other Nikons is they tried to make it very minimum on the back side of this thing, and they took away some of the buttons that made it easier to navigate through the menus. So this camera, the menus is kind of annoying to get through. I do like the design of it because I am more of a minimalist person, but I wish they would have added the buttons to get to some of these menu items that I can normally get to very easily on my Z6 III that they took away on the ZR. Yes, I created a few shortcuts to get to certain settings and blah, 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 certain menu items, but I wish they would have just left the buttons. So that's pretty much my quick review of my equipment. Going forward, 2026, man, I am really excited to continue to put my foot down in the Dallas, Texas area and really grow the brand. So I'm still, you know, out here shooting. Like I said, my target audience has changed just a little bit. I will still shoot swimwear, stuff like that. But primarily I'm looking for my business professionals, get you guys some headshots and get you some media and material that you can use to build your business and your brand. So if you know anybody that's looking to do a media package and business, please send them my way. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Keep supporting the channel, and I appreciate you. Next time.